News 8 at 11 starts now.
Good evening, I'm David Williams. All day, people took time to honor and remember this young man, a 14-year-old shot and killed at a birthday party in Lawrence last week. It comes during a time when police are looking for one of the shooters. News 8's Eric Feldman is here. He was at a Stop the Violence rally and vigil. Eric, there were some strong emotions this evening.
Yeah, it's hard for the family because Manny was a bystander in this shooting, and they're still just trying to process his death. And as they grieve, they're calling for change.
It may have looked like a party on 25th and Hillside this afternoon,
How you doing?
but it was with heavy hearts.
I just want my baby back.
Last Saturday was the first time Manny's mother, Cherie Sampson, let him
He was a mama's boy.
go to a party.
I investigated the party because I just don't do drop-offs. It was parents there, smaller children. I felt comfortable with leaving my son there.
A fight between two groups led to 5 people, including Manny, getting shot. Manny was taken off life support earlier this week.
If I could leave my baby on there forever, and I would. If I could bring him home, I would.
So Saturday afternoon,
Don't say RIP anymore. Say live on, little man.
a celebration on how this 8th grader will live on through others. A boy who would do anything to help his brother with disabilities.
He changes his brother, he bathes him, he feeds him.
But it's a time for the community, children and parents, to take a hard look in the mirror.
We got to get inside these homes. We got to tackle mental health. We got to tackle trauma, education, poverty.
Because a 14-year-old died thanks to a children's party. The calls for action intertwined with grief that Manny's gone.
Someone that I was with every day, every second of the moment of the day, that you have to cherish everything.
So as they pray and work to stop the violence, Manny's family wants anyone else responsible for this to come forward.
Community activists I've talked with say that a 14-year-old arrested for his alleged involvement in the shooting shows that parents need to be paying attention to who their kids are hanging out with and if there are weapons in the house to make sure to secure them. Lawrence Police is looking for a potential second suspect. If you have any information, that number 317-262-TIPS. I'm Eric Feldman, Wish TV News 8.
Eric, thank you. The brother of an NBA star is dead tonight after a shooting in Marion. Police say an officer was walking out of the police station when he heard gunshots. He followed them to the Hops Blues room. That was around 5 this morning. When police got there, they found Roger Randolph on the ground in the parking lot between 2 vehicles. Authorities say he had been shot at least once in the stomach. He had died by the time police found him. Police say they're trying to talk to anyone who may have seen something.
As of right now, we think that there were several people here, probably more than 25 or 30 people here that left prior to the police arrival, and we haven't been able to talk to them yet. So we'd ask if anyone that was here that hasn't spoke to law enforcement, contact the Marion Police Department to see if we can establish any more leads.
Roger Randolph is the brother of NBA star Zach Randolph. He currently plays as a forward for the Sacramento Kings. He helped lead Marion High School to a state championship in 2000 before going to Michigan State. The search is over for a little boy swept away in a river. Crews found the body of Brendan Sperry this morning right here in the East Fork of the White River. They found his body about a half-mile south of State Road 46 Bridge. He went missing on Thursday while swimming with his family on a sandbar in the Flat Rock River. The current swept him away. His cousin tried to grab his swimsuit, but she was taken under two and had to let go. Search crews, including helicopters, canines, and sonar, were called to look for Brendan. New tonight, authorities are still looking for 3 escaped inmates from a jail in White County, Illinois. That's along the Indiana-Illinois border. The sheriff's office says 3 inmates escaped through a brick wall around 3 this morning. A pipe was reportedly used to break a hole in the outside concrete. The 3 inmates were facing charges ranging from murder to theft. Considered dangerous, one was spotted during a car chase this morning in Illinois, but he managed to escape from the officers. A few storms popped up around the metro this evening, but the biggest issue, it is hot. And our Father's Day is set to be steamy too. Storm Track 8 meteorologist Brad Malsar joins us tonight. Brad, how hot are we talking?
If you have any plans with Dad outside tomorrow, make sure to take plenty of breaks outside. Don't overexert yourself. We topped that at 93 degrees outside today. Tomorrow, I expect we'll be a couple degrees warmer than that. 93 here, 93 in Shelbyville, 93 as well in Terre Haute. And tonight, just in case you've been out and about, you notice it's pretty muggy out there. You can almost see the humidity hanging around. We've actually, over the past hour, gone up 1 more degree. The sun's been down. I guess it's just a south wind helping to push temperatures up. It feels like 87 degrees, almost 90 still outside. So a scorcher outside. We do have one itty-bitty storm still hanging on over here towards rural portions of Wayne County, western Wayne County here. Right around the Cambridge City area, several lightning strikes, and this hasn't moved a whole lot the last hour either. So the National Weather Service has issued here for portions of western Wayne County till 1 o'clock in the morning an aerial flood advisory. Just watch out for some standing water if you're heading out and hitting the roads late this evening. Between 40 and 70 there, you'll probably run into a lot of water still standing out there on the roadways with that heavy downpour. Outside of that, some ground clutter showing up out there this evening. Just false radar returns. Nothing else going on. We'll clear back out through the overnight. Only drop back though to 75 degrees. A very mild start to the morning tomorrow. 71 in Columbus, 70 one of the cooler spots, if you can call it that, over in Richmond. If you're looking for a big cool down, we will have one. It's going to come in next week along with better rain chances. We'll time that out for you, let you know just how hot we're set to get for Father's Day in your neighborhood. It's all a part of the full forecast, and it's coming up in about 6 minutes.
From News 8, your local news source, this is breaking news.
That breaking news, a deadly shooting on the city's east side. This is a live look at the scene at the Spanish Oaks Apartments. That's near 38th and North German Church Road. It happened around 9:30. Police say they found a man with at least one gunshot wound in the common area of an apartment building. He died at the scene. He has not been identified. It is not clear if there was a shootout between the victim and a suspect. We do not have a suspect description yet. The case is being investigated as a homicide. We will, of course, keep you updated as we learn more. New tonight, Miss Fort Wayne now has a new title. She's Miss Indiana. Lydia Tremaine won at tonight's pageant. Also crowned tonight, Miss Indiana Teen. They went to Jenna Zabona, Miss Metropolitan's Outstanding Teen. Congratulations to both of them and all of tonight's contestants. Coming up, morning in Kansas tonight, what happened to 2 deputies shot and killed on the job?
You're watching Wish TV, your local news source, with Julian Grace, meteorologist Brad Moushart, and sports with Megan McEwen. Now, News 8 at 11 continues.
Wildfires raging out west tonight. They've been burning in Colorado for 2 weeks. One fire scorching more than 32,000 acres alone. Emergency teams evacuated more than 2,000 homes. People were allowed back in their homes and businesses, but just for a few hours. There are still more than 1,000 firefighters working to put the fire out. A second sheriff's deputy in Kansas has died after they were shot yesterday. The deputies were overcome by an inmate during a routine transport. Kim Hutcherson explains what happened.
It's just time for us to begin the healing process.
A routine prisoner transport ends in tragedy in Kansas City. 2 Wyandotte County Sheriff's deputies were shot by an inmate on Friday.
When they pulled into the parking lot and ready to transport these inmates, they were overcome. It is very possible that with their own firearm, they were both shot.
Teresa T.K. King died from her injuries early Saturday morning. She'd been with the sheriff's office for 14 years. Patrick Rohrer, a 7-year veteran of the department, died on Friday.
TK and Patrick gave their lives for us, and they did so fully aware and willing to do so.
The 2 deputies were transporting 2 inmates from a Kansas City courthouse. Authorities say the deputies followed proper transport procedure. Both were handcuffed in the front and shackled. Investigators won't say how the inmate was able to obtain the weapon. Now the community is coming together to heal.
We will work through our emotions and our questions will be answered. And I challenge each one of us to move forward with the same spirit of self-giving that TK and Patrick showed to us yesterday.
I'm Kim Hutcherson reporting.
We've seen a few isolated storms today. We're going to see better rain chances as we head into next week. That will help us to effectively cool down quite a bit. And we're all looking forward to that. I'll have the details in your full 8-day forecast on the other side of this break.
Welcome back. Hot, hot, and more hot. This is a live look at downtown Indianapolis. You can almost see the steam rising off the Soldiers and Sailors Monument. Okay, maybe not. But there really is the only way you can describe the weather. Storm Track 8 meteorologist Brad Moushart is here. So you had said that the weather actually rose during our newscast.
Yeah, the temperature over the last hour has gone up a degree. Wow. We don't have any sunshine, so just a little bit of a south wind. Just enough to blow slightly warmer air back over towards the airport. So a very warm night on the way, muggy night on the way. We still have one storm out there, too, and that's causing havoc here in western portions of Wayne County. This over in Anderson, horse racing done for tonight. Temperature still at 81 degrees. A little bit of a light south wind there, too. Let's hop on down towards the University of Indianapolis. You can see the little sliver of the moon there starting to set on the horizon. Great camera here, mostly clear skies, at least downtown. And you can see the haze just setting up here on the horizon as you look back from Speedway. 81 degrees outside. Officially at the airport, we're sitting at 82. Yeah, remember last hour we were at 81, with it feels like temperature 85. Feels like 87 degrees outside when you walk out the door. We call this the air you can wear. You'll feel it the second you walk out the door. South wind really helping to push that moisture back in, and it's going to make our Father's Day fairly miserable outside unless you can find a good way to stay cool. Here's that one storm we've been talking about over here towards western Wayne County, starting to fizzle out. These storms fuel on daytime heating, so when we lose that sunlight, they do start to fall apart. However, it's been sitting in that same spot, really between Cambridge City over towards Jacksonburg for the past hour or so. So with all that rain still falling in the one spot here, only affecting 4,800 people, they've issued an aerial flood advisory. So just watch out for some standing water if you do have to head out and hit the roads. Watch out for the lightning strikes, too. Just 9 of those over the last half hour. On top of that, well, we could use some rainfall, but we could use a big cool down. That big orange shaded area here, that's a heat advisory. It's been spreading eastward. Does encompass some of our northernmost communities. The rest of us just seeing the air quality deteriorate. You know what will help with both of these? A lot of rainfall. We're not going to get it, though, until we get back into early next week. Up until then, it's just going to be spotty showers until about Tuesday. That's when we'll finally see some relief from the heat. It'll help to knock some of the pollutants out of the air as well. Satellite and radar right now, pretty quiet, minus that one storm. We'll drop back to 75 degrees tonight, see clearing skies, a very mild, very muggy start to Father's Day, all courtesy of that south wind. That'll hang with us through the day tomorrow as well, pushing more moisture back in. Of course, with all that moisture, the humidity, the haze, and of course the heat, when all those ingredients combine together, we will see a few storms popping back up by tomorrow afternoon. Very similar to today. It's not going to be anything widespread. We're probably not going to see any stronger storms, but some nuisance showers are possible if you have the outdoor plans tomorrow. As the sun sets, those storms will fizzle back out as we work way towards Sunday night into Monday, but not before most areas top out in the mid-90s. Yes, even warmer than we saw outside today, and I think we're going to see heat and see values here in Indianapolis tomorrow at or maybe even slightly above that triple-digit range. So be careful if you're headed out tomorrow. Don't overexert yourself. 95 here, 94 in Terre Haute. This is just the temperature. This does not include that humidity. You start to factor in the heat index. Most spots upper 90s to the triple digits tomorrow. So again, very, very hot outside. Make sure to cool down or find a way to stay cool until we get back into early next week. Record high tomorrow. I think we tied that as well, 95 degrees. We'll be just shy of that by Monday. Still hot, though. Don't get me wrong. 83, though. Wednesday, it's going to feel like air conditioning with more rainfall chances as we push back in through midweek in your Chabot Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing full 8-day forecast. Your Father's Day, a scorcher. 94 degrees for Monday. We'll drop back to 90 Tuesday as rain showers and storms push back in. We'll hold on to scattered storms. Really good rain chances, really Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That'll keep us in the low to mid 80s up until Friday before things start to calm back down. Thursday, of course, the first day of summer. I know this felt like summer for the past month and a half. We'll finally get there. 84 degrees next Thursday.
Brad, thank you. Megan McCune is here with sports. We're talking fever.
We're talking fever. I know you did a little dance before you came over here. You were excited. They got their first win tonight, so I have highlights from that coming up next. You're going to want to see that this was an absolutely dominating performance. The rookies setting the tone early. I've got the highlights next.
The Wish TV Sports Desk, brought to you by Elbert Roofing. Call the expert. Call Elbert Roofing, the name you can trust.
The Colts break for about a month before reporting to training camp July 25th, and judging by the progress Andrew Luck has made throwing a football, the Horseshoes should be in a pretty good position, better than they were a year ago. Frank Reich has confidence in the quality of his team at the moment. The first-year head coach just wrapped up his first off-season workout program in charge. The players still getting used to a new staff and new playbook. And despite the fresh start, Reich says he feels this team has the potential to make some serious noise come the fall.
I do think you can feel as a coach, you know, having been around, obviously we're not in pads, and we always say this every year. We know when we put pads on, it slightly changes, and there's certain players that rise up and certain players just kind of fade away. But I really feel good about the group we have, the talent level, the character level, everything that we've done, the commitment. I feel very confident that we have the pieces here to really challenge week in and week out and do a lot of good things.
Looking forward to seeing how that comes together at training camp. All right, on to golf, and round 3 of the U.S. Open continues today. A lot of big names who normally contend for a major championship missing from the leaderboard. Jordan Spieth, Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods all missed the cut on Friday. But one name making a lot of noise at Shinnecock Hills, Dustin Johnson. Conditions much better today out in Shinnecock Hills. 18th hole, Dustin Johnson misses the putt for par. He finished at 3 over on the day, but he's in a 4-way tie for the lead. 14th hole, Brooks Koepka, 61 feet out. For par, he sinks the putt, sits at 3 over through the first 3 rounds. He's also in that tie for first place. 15th hole, Daniel Berger for birdie, sinks the putt, 3 over on the day as well, also tied for first place. But here's what everyone's talking about. Phil Mickelson, 13th hole, his 48th birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Phil. This is for a bogey. He gets frustrated, hits the ball while it's moving. That's a huge no-no. That marks a 2-stroke penalty. Many outraged about the move, viewing it as disrespectful. Here's Phil about the incident.
Look, I don't mean disrespect by anybody. I know it's a 2-shot penalty, and at that time, I just didn't feel like going back and forth and hitting the same shot over. I took the 2-shot penalty, moved on. It's my understanding of the rules. I've had multiple times where I've wanted to do that. I just finally did.
The final round continues tomorrow. All right, in baseball, IHSAA state finals continue today at Victory Field. The Class A title game featured a team used to the stage, Daleville, who won the championship just 2 years ago, and University, a team trying to win its first ever state title in any sport. A great matchup that did not disappoint, close the entire way through. Top of the 5th, tied at 1. Ryan Hale sends one to the wall, scoring the go-ahead run. 2-1 Broncos with the lead. University responds in the bottom half. Throw down to second. Goes through to center field. Game tied up at 2. This one would go to extra innings, and that's when Daleville took over. Already up 3-2. Jared Waltmeyer drives in another run to make it 4-2. Daleville wins its 2nd state title in 3 seasons, 4-2 over University.
Mental attitude, just the mental attitude of the kids, and I said, I don't care if it's a freshman or sophomore, somebody has to take ownership of this team, and we didn't have it. Well, you know, Peyton Smith, Ryan Hale, Etchinson, those kids, they stepped up.
And finally tonight, the Fever hosting the Atlanta Dream, trying to pick up win number 1 of the season. Second quarter, Indiana down 3. Eric Wheeler, great pass to Kayla Alexander, who finishes underneath with the lay-in. Indiana cuts the deficit to 1. Third quarter, rookie sensation Kelsey Mitchell. A little step back 3 there. She finished with 19 points. Great ball movement here by the Fever. Extra pass to the top of the key. Victoria Vivian's one of her 5 threes on the night. She's also a rookie. Finished with a game-high 21 points. Indiana, they finally do it. They win their first game of the season, 96-64 over Atlanta. And may I add, in absolutely dominating fashion. So that was a big win for those ladies tonight.
Good for them. Should I do it again?
Do the dance.
All right, there you go. There you go. I shouldn't quit my day job. Congratulations to them, though.
It's too hot for that.
It is.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Well, tonight the Marion County Fair is back. It runs through the 24th. Tickets cost $5, but there are several special theme days where discounts are available. The fair director says there are several new additions this year. The gates are closed for tonight, but they open again tomorrow at noon.
feel like today was probably a very popular day for like the lemonade shake-ups.
Oh,
Any kind of
yeah.
ice cold beverages because it's hot. 93 degrees today. We're going to be even hotter tomorrow. That's our one lingering shower outside today, so you caught a little bit of a reprieve there in western Wayne County out there this evening with some rainfall. Your Chapman Heating Cooling full 8-day forecast. So the rest of you are waiting for a cool down. You'll have to wait until midweek. 83 degrees by Wednesday, 84 next Thursday.
Thank you. For all of us at Wish TV News 8, I'm David Williams. Good night.